welcome to Life Less Ordinary. This afternoon we are moving on to the next part of getting our permanent fixed chicken run setup going, and that is including the chicken house, which we are having to do some work with. So for the last hour or so, Dean has been, so it's a bit hard to tell, but probably not if you have a good look at it. We've actually got it upside down. You can see here that the nesting boxes are open, and we've just been trying to clean stuff out. But on the underside of here were all these pieces of wood. That was the flooring for the cubby house that we'd put in a couple of years ago, so the kids could have somewhere safe to play in. So Dean's just spent the last hour knocking that all out. And this is where the original leg posts were, so he's cut those back, and we're just tidying this up. We'll put some mesh on the inside of this with the intention that any bedding material will fall through, or we can rake it back out the door. That's what we're thinking. But Dean's just at the moment over with Simeon looking at how we set up where we're actually going to put this chicken house, which he's going to put over here, and our intention is to use Besser blocks, which we have on the property. So again, we're not having to bring stuff in. So he's just prepping the area, levelling it out, and we'll start getting Besser blocks and putting them where we want them. And then because we actually have the older kids here, we'll be able to try and bring that all the way over to here, and it is really, really heavy, so that will be an interesting thing. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but it will be interesting because it is really, really heavy. So are these going inside underneath of it? Just inside the edge? Is that what you're planning? Yeah. So always measuring up and levelling.
Can you tell me where I'm stepping?
Sorry, it's just a little thing of wood. Let me just get it out of the way.
There we go. It doesn't fall on you. And then we're going past the post. Can you see a post?
Yeah, I think
Hit it. Watch out, man. And there's a post right behind you. Just spin it.
Okay, so it's in play.
We probably need to lift it. So, at the end. Can you guys lift that or? No?
No, that's heavy.
No, you come on this side. Oh no, Catherine, you come around here. Oh right. The trolley, Sally.
Hi.
So just so you can lean on your leg. Alright, so we need to spin around. Okay, just come back. So you guys keep coming around.
Oh, that's heavy. It's heavy in there.
I'm one-handing it. We just don't want to drop our fingers on the
Okay, so
Hold on, Dad.
yeah, it needs to come back.
Wait, Naeem's in the what? Naeem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, just hang on. We're just going to put ours down. Yeah, can you guys just lift it again slightly? Just you, Sam, at the front. Okay, drop. Okay.
Oh, it's right here.
Hang on, go again. Okay, down. Yeah, okay. That should be good.
It's a chicken house that has stained glass windows. Anyway, it's in situ. So the window panes have been cleaned by Tobias. So it's a bit cleaner. I mean, it is a chicken house, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But Dean's just put these bits of wire down, so he will secure them down. But the idea is that any wood chip and straw and manure will fall through, or we can at least rake it out as well, and then we can rake it out from underneath, either from the front or the back, depending upon how we decide we're going to secure this. So we've ensured that it butts straight up, right up to the sides of this. So Dean has measured well. That's something he's very good at, even though I make fun of him sometimes, but it's always helpful. So we're just contemplating whether we actually put wire around the bottom and around this section and along underneath at the back and along the other side, so that then we can rake down this way, which would actually make more sense to me at the moment, because it's coming down a hill, so we can rake down the hill, and that's, well, the idea is that the compost will make its way down to that point down there where we can accumulate it, and then gather it to put on the garden. However, if we were to put wire mesh just along this front here, which means we're not using as much mesh, it would mean that we would then have to collect anything from under here, which, as you can see, I'm bending all the way down here. That's going to be painful to do, so we'll give that some more thought. We've just been standing here discussing what to do next, and I'm just talking about the fact that we're noticing these chickens being naughty, and I think I need to clip some wings so that they're not getting up on there. I mean, chickens love to roost, but if they can climb onto there, they can then climb onto the neighbour's fence. That means they can go into the neighbour's yard, which means it's difficult to get them back. As you can see here, this is our our berry patch, our strawberry and asparagus. And while I've let them at it, I think I've probably had enough of them being at it, because while they've been scratching around and manuring and doing all that sort of stuff, I actually do want lots of strawberries come November through to about March of next year. So I need to try and keep them off it, which at the moment they're being naughty. Come on, you guys. What are you doing? Back you go. Come on. They're having fun. They're finding new little nooks and crannies to scratch at. Come on, back you go. Anyway, this is our compost from the other side. So you can see that's where the run is going to be. So as you can see here, Dean's using these saddles to screw these in. He's just going to get some more screws because we want this well and truly secure. So he's just put a few in to get it in place, and then we'll put lots more to make sure that it cannot be moved. So that's where we're up to. Finishing off that bottom there, bottom of the chicken house. We've got to still make up the rustic gate, which is in pieces up near the house, and think about which way we're going to secure around the base of it, whether we secure it across the front with this quite heavy gauge. So this heavy gauge wire. We do have a lot of chicken wire, however it is not very good for this purpose. Even on the fencing it's quite flimsy, as you can see over there, so we're just going to take our time. Like I've said before, we've got time to get this set up correctly, because we want it to be predator proof as much as possible. We will have a door on this, so the chickens, even where they are now, they always get locked up in the evening, so that they are safe from that. Anyway, so that's where we're up to with this. Thanks for joining us as we live our life less ordinary.